This is going to be a quick, unedited, unscripted of my thoughts on the new MagSafe accessory ecosystem for the new iPhone 12. It's going to be Dave 2D style, me sitting here talking to you, so let's check it out. You gotta commit and throw it every time. First of all, I want to clear the air. This may be a little biased because I'm a huge Apple fanboy. Anything they come out with, Apple sheep the shit out of it. But with their new MagSafe accessory ecosystem and the potential for all the accessories to come out, I don't know yet. How brands are going to adapt and innovate to this ring of magnets, I'm not sure. But the main one from case brands at least, they're going to be adding a ring of magnets to the inside of their case. Because right now, if you're a case brand, you want to be compatible with the only MagSafe accessory available, which is Apple's wireless charger. Like that. When connected directly to the iPhone, as you can see in my scientific shake test, you got to shake pretty hard for it to fall off. But that's a direct connection to the naked iPhone itself. And I'm sure not everyone is as brave as Quinn from Snazzy Labs who loves to go caseless. But there's problems in this itself. As Dave 2D mentioned in his review, the metal around the MagSafe charger, so there's padding in the center, which is kind of rubber and it's soft, but there's a metal aluminum ring around it. You don't see anything now, but you can tell over time as you're doing it randomly, you're putting it on a table, you're not caring, you're going in at an angle like this, it's gonna start creating scratches and it's gonna create a really ugly ring around the back of your iPhone. On that topic though, I also wanna mention the problem with magnets, and this is something I personally experienced on the iPad mini. Look at that. This is where the magnetic strip for the iPad mini 5 is. And all these little marks are scuff marks. How the smart cover works is it attaches magnetically, so anything it squishes in between this and the iPad Air is just gonna stay there. And as you're taking it on and off, or just due to the nature of magnets, it can move left and right. Any small magnet particles, which coincidentally I had a bunch on my table, it's not gonna happen to a lot of you, but this is something to think about. You can see here as well, if you see a little sparkle, those are little magnet or like little metal fragments that the magnets have picked up on my table through my testing, things on the floor, and it's picked up and it's attached it between these two things. And over time, it's just scuffed up my iPad. Now that's little metal particles on the metal frame of the iPad mini. But this is glass, and glass on anything metal, it won't scuff up as bad, but it will create these little micro scratches. Do note this won't only apply to really small particles though. Anything that's magnetic on your table, you may have set it down in a pile of things, that's a quarter. And quarters are also rough edged metal, and it will scratch up your iPad as well. If you had it maybe on your charger like this by accident and you connected it like that, although it connects properly, you got a quarter in between there now, and as you're spinning it around, it's scratching up the back of your iPhone. If you don't use a case, throw a skin on it. Dbrand makes some amazing cases. They also make a frame case, which is gonna be perfect for these fingerprint magnet stainless steel edges, which I've already got a bunch on. So that's probably my one biggest gripe with the new MagSafe ecosystem and that potential of damaging your phone without you even knowing it. It's sometimes you can't control it. It just attracts things as you put it down. Now let's say you're a normal human being and you decide to pick up a case. It's still something to consider when you have this magnetic back when installing your case. And it's almost an extra step that everyone needs to think about now when putting it on, because again, you could attach little small metal particles or big ones, paper clips, needles, anything without you knowing it. You have to check it first, even on the inside of your cases, especially if they're gonna be MagSafe compatible, there's gonna be magnets built into your case. When you clamp this together, there's a quarter inside, you close it up without knowing it sometimes, especially when they're small objects. Now you got a quarter stuck in there. As you're moving around, you're dropping it, you're tapping it, that quarter is just smashing into your glass. That's just one extra reason that it may crack into the glass as well, especially when they're sharp sand-like particles. That's how it's gonna get like right into the glass, and that's generally, from my experience, pointed objects are the worst. When you drop it on a flat object, it's not even as bad. When you drop it on little small particle rocks and stuff, that's when it cracks the glass. Again, if you're normal, you don't usually take off your case. So you're gonna have it on, you're gonna have all these things in the back. So a fair warning, a PSA, I'm not trying to make a conspiracy thing around it, but just check your case when you're installing it, especially due to that magnetic back. My one piece of advice is to spend that $10, $15 and get a skin for the back of your iPhone, or some sort of plastic screen protector, not the glass ones, the plastic ones, and just give it a layer of protection so you don't get a bunch of scratch marks on it. But this is just a precaution if you actually care about resale value, if you actually care about your phone. Some people don't, but anyways, Let me know your thoughts on MagSafe, what accessories you'd like to see and what you're excited about. I'm definitely excited, but I am critical about it. So that's it. I rest my case.